Hi friends, Miss Hazel here.
And Miss Kate.
Okay, today we're going to learn about an artist named Betye Saar. And she is actually 94 years old and she's been doing art a very long time. And she's very well respected in the art community. She lives in Los Angeles. Her life has had a very interesting path. And her main form of art that she's known for is something called assemblage. Miss Kate said I like to say that word, so I'm going to say it again.
Like it.
Assemblage. So it means like collecting found items and putting them together on her canvases. So I found a piece of work that she did that's called, I had to write it down so I remember, Betye Saar Makes the Blues Sing. And here's a picture of it.
It has a lot of blue.
It has a lot of blue. And so I was feeling blue today with my blue dress, and we went with kind of a darker themed project. So I am inspired by her work. So I thought to myself, how can I make it look like this? So I found a black piece of paper and I've used some tape and some different things. So I'm going to show you how I got here. She has 6 blocks on hers, but I did 4. She has a lot of art that uses different images of hands. There's a lot of spiritual sort of pictures in there. It's fascinating, beautiful work. So if you want to know more about her, you could just look her up on the internet. So, but for now, I'm inspired by her and I'm going to create a piece of art. So I take my piece of, I'm using black because that's what I chose for mine. I'm using a big piece of paper today. This one is 18 by 12. So, and I found some washi tape, which is kind of thin, pretty kind of metallic tape. And I'm going to make a grid on my canvas. I'm going to call it my canvas. I try to get washi tape to stick to other things, but it really feels like it only likes to stick to paper. So I'm going to put one line down. It's very fun. So I think you could use things that are important to you that you collect. You could just find things that are kind of interesting looking. I realized the theme that I was liking today was that maybe I'm a little bit like a bird. I really like shiny objects. So I looked around our art studio and found some things that I liked. So, you know, we like to use painted paper where we are done a project and we have a little bit of paint left. We just take it and put it on an old piece of paper so we give our paper another life. So I found some interesting, oh, this looks like we did painting and then we folded it like that. Okay, and I found some ones that I had with some blue, and I found a little bag of buttons that I thought was really fun because I like to sew. I found a little heart, and I found this shiny foil paper. You could use tin foil. And then I thought, okay, I need to make 4 hands. So you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to trace your hand.
And Miss Hazel, is it good to trace on the back side?
Oh yes, you could trace on the back side. Yep, and I've used a pencil and I'm going to carefully, I actually think I want my fingers a little closer together. So I'm going to carefully go around my fingers. If anyone's ever done this before, it's a little tickly. Right now, my fingers are being tickled by my pencil. Okay, there we go. I've traced my hand, and now I'm going to use my scissors, and I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut kind of fast. This is kind of tricky because there's a lot of curves. I'm going to make it a little easier for myself and cut off all the extra. Cut my hand out. You could take probably a couple days to make this. I know sometimes artists do things really quickly, and you could do that too, but if you wanted to, sometimes when I'm making mixed media pieces, I leave it out on the table for a few days, and I find new things and I add it to it. Or Miss Kate will say, "Ooh, did you see this shiny little bit right here, Miss Hazel?" Okay, it's my kind of wacky hand. Cut it out, and I'm going to place it. Ooh, I didn't really give myself much space between my fingers. I missed that piece. Okay. And I'm going to orient it like for myself. So I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to put it where I like. I'm going to get my foil. I'm going to make a little moon, crescent moon. I'm going to place it where I think I might like it. I might take a button or two, and then I could move things around. Then I also have this yellow one. I'm going to cut that out and maybe put it here. And I'm going to play around with all these little doodads until I end up with something that I like. So this is what I ended up with. I think you could also, if you were feeling really brave and adventurous and you had some paint, you could paint your hand. And one of the frames could have your hand in it. And after that dried, you'd have to be careful, paint it, let it dry. Then you could go back with your Sharpie and you could put some curly cues on it. Remember, it's your art. We're just giving you a starting point, and then you take it in a direction that's fun for you. So
sorry to interrupt, but when you put your hand down with the paint, should you lift it straight up so it doesn't get smeary?
Careful. Imagine, imaginary paint. Down onto my paper, and then press, press, press. Make sure you got all your parts of your finger, and then straight up. And then you would have a handprint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are kind of some ideas that I thought. Do you think I missed anything?
I think that you got everything you wanted to do.
Like here's a little, we had a piece of old wallpaper. I cut that out. I like that moon. I'll put that up here. And I'm just going to play around with it till I end up with the images that I like. Here's my final project for today. But if you see this tomorrow, it may have more things on it because I'm going to leave it here for a few days and see if anything comes to me. So that's today's lesson on a famous artist named Betye Saar that we love. Check it out. And thank you for joining us. And if you like this video, you should subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. And you should send us any art that you do because we really want to see what you're making. And that's at Instagram, Alameda Arts Fun. Or if you're really curious, you could go to our website on the World Wide Web, Alameda Arts. Okay, I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Bye, friends.